Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we are on the green server, on the level 35 Shadow Knight. About to hit 36, though. Um, this was when me and Trey went into Splitpaw and duoed. Here's all my new stuff. I think this is where I don't think I ever showed it on video, but I got the Silver Kite and hand wraps. I think 22% haste. Got all those bags I just showed. I now have, I think, even more bags. At least one more. But got the bag of Sown Evil Eye, the light burlap sack, like 4 lion hide backpacks, the Ebon Mace, 1924. I think the only better one-hander that I could get would be the Shard of Night or whatever. It's like 20, 21, 24, but it's a piercing weapon and just doesn't look very cool. I mean, the Ebon Mace doesn't look very cool either, but I don't really care though. I'm not the fashion guy, not Fashion Quest here, so I've never really cared. But you know, I think the other thing is like Shadow Knight's piercing can't the skill cap on piercing is like low or something like that. So like the Ebon Mace is pretty much as good as the Shard. Maybe maybe one day I'm gonna get that though because it's not worse. It's if anything it's a little bit better. But supposedly the piercing skill cap on a Shadow Knight is lower than like the one hand blunt skill cap. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure that doesn't matter until a certain level, but I don't know what level that is and everything. I considered it because there's been some for sale in the tunnel. And they're not that expensive, I don't think. So maybe one day you'll see me with the Shard of Night or whatever it's called. It's the piercing weapon that's 2124 that Shadow Knights can use. But yeah, we're back in Splitpaw Duo. We got the Shadow Knight, level 35. We got the Mage, who I think is also 35-ish. If it's not 35, it's 36, somewhere around there. So hell level, but we're finishing it off. We're getting it done. Hoping this looks better than the first Splitpaw. Or not looks better, but sounds better. Splitpaw. We did the full group right outside of the double doors. The entrance pretty much again, but we're in the little safe room there. This is the room I wanted to show y'all that is a good place to sit if you're going to be doing Splitpaw. So I got Trace, in there, safe and sound. And then I'm running out to pull stuff. So you get to hear the little music. Splitpaw has some cool music. I like it. A little atmospheric music than the battle music and all that. So you get to see the full. I don't know if I go super far behind the double doors when it's just the two of us. I don't even think I do. So I just pull the front stuff, but it's a good representation of what you could expect if you're going to pull the entrance of Splitpaw here. Got my pet. Trey gave him a sword. Got his pet. He's got the air elemental, I guess that's what it is. So we got two pets on him. Got my Shadow Knight. What weapon am I using? Am I using my two-hander or my one-hand? I think at this point I was still using my two-hander because I had just got the Ebon Mace and my, skill was very low on it. I wasn't expecting to do one-hand blunt. I was going to do all of them eventually, but I always thought I was going to do like one-hand slashing, after the two-hand slashing. But I'm going to try to get them all up. Somebody said, I think it's K. Christ, is that your name? Sorry, dude. Always in there with the constructive criticism, I guess is the nice way to say it. Which I need people like that. I don't need everybody always being nice, but looks like it's lagging. I hate that. It was lagging when I was playing. But anyway, back to K. Christ. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, dude. He said that on my last video where I did the Misty Guards, I should cast Feign Death like a million times and get my skill up on it. The way it actually goes off when I need it to. Seems like when I don't need it so bad, it works the first time easily, and then when I need it, it fizzles 10 times in a row, and then it goes off, and then it fails. But yeah, that's a good point. I just don't, I don't have a lot of time to be doing something like that, but I'll try. I know it's a good idea. Definitely something I should be doing. But sitting there casting something over and over and over, you should do that on like all your spells. Have all your spells up so they don't fizzle. Because fizzling takes mana too. Like that sucks. I hate how. I like that. I like that mechanic for the game. That if you fizzle, then it takes a little bit of mana. But it sucks when you cast it like 10 times in a row, and it costs more than if you had just cast the spell. But here's the front part. This is where the 2 spawn that I always talk about, like the 2 then the 2. So this is the second 2 set, the second pair. So I'm kind of waiting for them to spawn. I think I had this like super on a super good rotation. Like I knew exactly what was going to pop where, when. I think we were the only 2 people in here pretty much the whole time. Okay, so that one right there is a lower level null, and it starts over there, but I think it runs over to these 2 rooms eventually. So I recorded 2 times this duo. The first recording was way laggy, and I found out that having OBS up running in the background while I'm playing P99 was making P99 laggy, and so I think that helps a lot when you minimize, like you get OBS exactly the way you want it. That's probably what you're supposed to do. I'm just not a freaking expert, even though I probably should be. On OBS at least. Like I started when I started doing this channel, it was mostly PlayStation, Share Factory, recording that kind of stuff. But eventually I did OBS once I started playing P99. So I don't have as much experience with OBS as I do with the other recording software off PlayStation. And I do have a lot now, and I'm learning. But yeah, I think like minimizing, especially if you have a crappy computer, like so you got OBS up, you have to, capture the game, and then you have to capture your audio. And if you want other things to switch back and forth between other things, you can like put those on there too. But I noticed that when I have it running in the background, like up and not minimized, and then I try to play the game and record, like it's super laggy, like the game's really laggy. And then even when I'm doing something like this, this is post commentary, by the way. This is something I recorded like 2 weeks ago. Even when I'm doing something like this, like I have to minimize the OBS to get it to not lag the video. Like it's weird. So what are we talking about here? Recording seems better when it's minimized. I said I want to catch the ding. I told him to rank his favorite classes. Why don't you guys do that in the comments? Rank your favorite classes. What's your number 1? What's your number 2? What's your number 3? Put it in the comments. He says his top 2 are Druid and Bard. Anybody else out there feeling the Druid and the Bard? Huh? I never played those for real. I mean, I have, but I've never made my own Druid. And I've only made like a Bard to level 5 or 6. Here's the one that solo pops in between the 2 rooms. I guess I was wrong about that other one. I'm wrong a lot, guys, but eventually I'm right. You know what I mean? Like, I say something and then later on in the video I correct myself. That was a big thing in the Misty Guard situation. Like, I'm just trying them for the first time, so I'm hypothesizing, and then, at least I don't, like, say something wrong and then stick to it, even though when I find out I'm wrong. Like, I'll definitely, whatever's right's right, so it is what it is. But, yeah, what's your guys' favorite classes out there? For me, Necro is definitely number 1. And that's number 1. I don't even have to think about it. Necromancer is my favorite class for sure. That's why I ran it all the way to 60. It's the only one I've done all the way to 60 on P99. And probably number 2, I don't know, man. It's a toss-up between... I'd have to say something I've been playing. So it'd have to be either Enchanter or Shadow Knight. Because I'm really digging the Shadow Knight. So it might be Shadow Knight might be my second, and then Enchanter third. Something like that. Because if I think about all the other classes, it's definitely not Ranger or... Monks are fun for sure. That's what Trey said. That's probably his third favorite, Monk. Monks are fun. I did play one back in the day. It's been a while, though. Like, I don't like those classes where they have, like, it's scary. Bard's a little bit scary because you got twist spells. Monk's a little bit scary because you got to keep your weight low. But once you start playing, it's really not that big of a deal. I get it. Enchanter's kind of scary because charm fighting. But once I got into it, I was like, man, this is so fun. Get to take control of a mob in the game and make it fight another one in the game. Like, that's so cool. Because they're so powerful, man. Like, this Teshmosh Knoll is green, and it's still, like, hitting us pretty good, Which are some are green here at the entrance of Splitpaw. It's not like they're all blue. I would say out of the... I don't know, we're probably killing, like, 15 or so. I could probably think about it. We got 2, 4, 6, 8... No, wait. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... It gets between like 12 and 15 that we're killing. Um, I would say probably 75% of them are blue right now at 35, so it's pretty good. And then the green ones give us experience 99% of the time, so it's still cool. Here's a solo spawn that spawns kind of near the area we were camped at the last time we were in here. Teshmosh Knoll, pulling it to the safe room. Here it comes. It's got something in its hands, probably fine steel. Turn around, make sure Trey can target it, make sure I'm not blocking the whole entryway. Like, I definitely think about other people. That goes for real life and in the game. Some people out there, dude, they're just so selfish. They just think about themselves. It's nuts. It's like across the whole world. But, you know, eventually I even pull to where I'm standing out in the middle and my back's against the wall and, like, try to make it even better for them so my pet's not in the way either. I don't know. But this one's blue. That's good. Crushing them for 70. Crushing them for 70. But yeah, my favorite class, definitely Necro. And then, like, I think it's a kind of a cop-out for me to say Shadow Knight's my second favorite, because that's Necro-ish. But, I mean, if you had to guess, if your favorite's Necro, what would be your second favorite? Probably Shadow Knight. So if you're out there and, you know, your favorite is Cleric, I bet you your second favorite is probably Paladin, because it's close to your first favorite. It's not too far away from it. Shaman, jeez. Shaman are really busy. That's probably the least favorite that I've played. I don't hate it. I don't hate the Shaman. There's definitely other classes I probably like less than the Shaman, but man, that was definitely... I don't know, man. It was like too busy for me. I'm a dad camper. I'm a kill something and walk away type of dude, and Shaman just felt so busy. I would say it's close to Bard as far as busiest class. Super. I don't know. Is Bard busy? You guys let me know. What's the busiest classes too? Put that in the comments, because I feel like Shaman's got to be top 3. Just if you play it right. If you're playing it right, if you're canny dancing, then you're canny dancing. You're doing something every second. There's no time to sit there and do nothing. And then you have a pet too. Come on, just having a pet. Sometimes with my Shadow Knight, I don't even bring my pet out, because I'm like, dude, this is too. He's not even. He's so low level. He's so low level that he's barely contributing sometimes, depending on what level I am and what we're fighting. And then, like, to come running after me every single fight, every time I'm pulling. It's one thing if you're sitting there as a mage or a necro or some other pet class, even enchanter, because your pet stays in the same vicinity as you, and it's easier to control. And I've done both things. I've been a necro, I've been a Shadow Knight, so I know the difference. I've played an enchanter. Always seems to be a pet class that I play, huh? Shaman's got a pet. Necro's got a pet. Shadow Knight's got a pet. Shaman, everything that I've played has a pet. Guess I like pet classes, huh? I knew that, but I haven't thought about it in a while, that I'm a pet class type of dude. I like to have something to control and, like, tell what to do, and it's like another kind of little speed bump barrier between you and death, kind of. I don't know. I like pet classes. But here's the double doors. So 2 will spawn right by those doors. They are pretty close together, so you have to break them. But there's not a lot you actually have to break on this. If you ever want to come in here, I would say, I don't know, low 30s is probably the best time to be doing the entrance. We got the Dagger of Dropping, 422, pretty crappy, right? And then some fine steel. I was just saying that for the video. I knew I was going to put a video out for Splitpaw, entrance, duo, and I was asked him, like, is the loot okay? He said, yeah, quite a few fine steel weapons. I think we both got over 100 something plat, and we didn't even play that long. I think we only played for 2 hours max, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. But I don't know, probably more like 2 hours actually. There is a quest in here, I think, just like Blackburrow. In Blackburrow you do Knoll Teeth. I think in here you do like Splitpaw hides maybe, but I think you have to be a goody good class to do that. I'm not sure on that one. What I am sure on is there's a quest in Splitpaw. What I'm not sure on is who can do it and where to turn it in and all that stuff. I never looked into that. But yeah, just showing you all the rotation. I don't think I'm going to make it super long. I want to catch the ding. on video and show you the rotation a couple of times with the music playing, just like a perfect. We've already done this before. We had a full group. We had me and Trey and a cleric and a rogue and a necro. Not a full group, but close to full. So if you're interested in that, we sit right here where I'm sitting. But here's the one popping by the door. So I want to hurry up and pull that before the other one spawns. It's more mana efficient. You know, if I bring 2 back, we got to deal with the other one. It takes more mana. So we bring 1 back. We knock it down. We go get the other one. Instead of using crowd control, we can just pool smartly and get one at a time. Got the Teshmosh Knoll. Slight lag there. Hopefully it works itself out. If it doesn't, I can always go back in the video a little bit. That usually helps. Let's do that. I don't want to deal with that today, sorry. Always something going on. I'm pulling it back. Turning around. Waiting for it. Trey said the Splitpaw tunic, belt, and gloves are like 3 gold. Yeah, I knew that, because I got the gloves one time and tried to vendor them, and they were like 3 gold. I think I still have them in the bank, because it wasn't even worth doing. But, I guess, hopefully it's just this little part here. It's always something, y'all. I even, tried to clean up my laptop, you guys, for once. Because that's probably a little bit of the problem. I don't think it's like the main problem. Like, I'm not an idiot, and I'm not sitting here not trying to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it before. I've cleaned it up before. Boom. There we go. Level 36. So we'll watch, like, the whole rotation one more time or something, and then I'm not going to bore you guys. I just wanted to get this out there, have it on the internet. If somebody ever wanted to pull the entrance, like, this is what you would... If you wanted to research it before you go in there, like, you could look at this and... know what you're dealing with. I think what we have here is the last one, and then we'll go back to the full rotation. So there's like 1 more by the door, and then we got, we'll go back through the whole thing again, and then that'll be it for this one. And I promise different classes coming soon. I know when you do the same one over and over, even Shadow Knight's pretty exciting. You guys it was like your second favorite in my starting A series after the Enchanter. But, I know, you're doing the same class, going, like, I can mix it up for sure. And remember, we're doing Wednesday and Saturday now. If I have anything to say about it, I'm giving you guys double the videos. So Wednesday, like always, and then Saturdays. Saturdays, I should have something for you too. We record on Sunday. Usually I'll use that for Wednesday. And then I've been playing a lot more. I haven't played in the last few days, to be honest. Just been real busy in real life and haven't been able to play anything for real. But, I've been playing Dark Souls, actually. Not like, the last few days I haven't played anything, but sometimes I'll play Dark Souls when I don't feel like playing this game. We got Gems of War, Dark Souls, and EverQuest P99 is what I'm playing right now. There's another thing you can put in the comments. What games are you playing right now? Because that helps, man. You know, sharing out the video helps the most because you're adding another person or more, at least one other person. So you're like doubling your impact on the video. But man, hitting the like, leaving a comment. Super thankses. Come on. Chad, shout out to Chad. Shout out to Anita. You know, people still shooting out those super thanks. It helps a bunch. Keep us going. We're a little bit in a downward spiral right now. I'm a self-saboteur, and I'm kind of like taking my own channel out. But, you know, it definitely helps keep it going for a little bit longer so we can figure something out at least. So I'm still there. I'm still, like, hoping we figure something out, y'all. I'm thinking about doing this Dark Souls series, and I know that game's super old, and it's probably not going to work, but my second biggest video on the channel is a Dark Souls 2 video where I do like a soul farming thing. And then my first biggest is a Gems of War like soul farming thing. And then like I feel like I could do that. And then cheesing bosses was the other thing. So cheesing bosses and Elden Ring, like those are my best Elden Ring videos. And I feel like I could do that for every game from Software. And I'm sure someone's already done that, but I have my own. Sometimes I figure stuff out that no one else has ever figured out. Like cheesing the fire giant, I never saw that anywhere else for Elden Ring, cheesing the Red Wolf of Radagon, at least capturing it on video. Like I never saw that anywhere else on YouTube. Um, Dark Souls has been out for a long, long time, but I was gonna start with that one and then move through the whole series and like see if I can cheese every single boss or at least like make it super easy. Cause I'm pretty good at that, man. That's what I like to do. So I think dad camping things in EverQuest is kind of a cheese. What'd you say about that? It's kind of a cheese. You're sitting in a very dangerous game and you're making it to where there's no danger, but you get experience ever so often, like consistently. You know, this game is supposed to be like you're running through a super dangerous world. You're supposed to group up. It's supposed to be hard. Like the enemies aren't supposed to be soloed a lot of the time. Like the game isn't geared for you to solo the game. You know what I mean? So I feel like when I come up with a way to, I can go all the way to 60 dad camp in this game. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody else to get to 60 at all. But there are some things in the game. That's what's a little bit frustrating. Like I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because I want it to be super hard. I don't want the game to be easy. I want it to be super hard and then I figure out ways to make it manageable. Like that's fun. But same with Dark Souls and any other game. Like I want it to be hard and then I want to figure out how like a way to make it easy. You know what I mean? Like make it manageable. So I feel like that's my thing, dude. Like cheese and stuff. For real, like in games. I've always thought like that was fun back in the day on any game. Donatello on the first boss of Ninja Turtle game on NES where you stand up there and you just do the bow down and he can't even touch you and you just hit him. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're the same age as me. Ninja Turtles. Come on. The first boss, Donatello. I think it's the first boss. It's like Bebop or Rocksteady. You just stay up on the boxes and you do the downward bow staff and he can't touch you. Like that's what I like. Stuff like that. And figuring it out. Like going in, fighting it normally, dying, and then figuring it out. And then like, oh look at this, got him stuck. Got him stuck in the crack over there. He can't touch me now. Wish I could think of another example of something like that. Where you get something stuck. There's this one thing, not that you're getting something stuck on the Ninja Turtles, but there was a boss on Elden Ring once again. It was one of those blue circle bosses. And there's this crack in the ground, like literal, I guess it wasn't a crack, but it was like a, where the ground goes up a little bit. Like a elevation change, I guess you would say. But it was only ankle high. So it wasn't like it was a waist high elevation change. And there was this boss, he's like an angel pretty much. He's like a knight, but he can fly up in the air. He's got wings, and he can like, will come down at you out of the air and swoop down on you and try to hit you. Well, there's this little elevation change that I found in the arena, and it's not like you can't go through the whole world. Like it's an arena that you have to stay in, kind of. Once you go in those blue circles, you have to stay within like a circle. And I just ran around the whole arena until I found some way to get them stuck, and I made it happen, dude. All right, let's go. We got this full rotation. I think we had a little bit of downtime in between, but I found the elevation change. He was on one side of it. I was on the other. He kept doing the swoop down thing, and he couldn't swoop over the elevation. Basically, he kept getting stuck on it, even though like it looked like he could swoop over it. There was like an invisible wall or something for when he was flying that he couldn't swoop over the elevation. And I was standing at range to where he kept doing the swoop down move. So he kept swooping down, getting stuck, not being able to hit me, and I would be just out of range, and I'd be able to like jump in and hit him. I don't know. I love stuff like that, and I consider dad camping kind of a cheese. And I love cheesing games. Like me, I'm smarter than the developer is how I feel. Like eventually, they didn't see this. They didn't take this into account, and now I'm taking advantage of it. But I don't like cheating, and I don't like glitch. You know, if you figure it out in the game, like the Donatello thing or the swooping down knight boss and Elden Ring thing, like that's not cheating. You're not making yourself invincible. Like you can still die. If you fall off the boxes, you're gonna die. If he gets over that elevation change or you do the wrong move, you're gonna die. But you're smart enough to figure out a way to make it to where if you do the right things, like he's not gonna touch you. Well, there's a little bit of a difference. I don't think there's, like, putting in a game genie and putting in codes and cheating and giving yourself a million lives is completely different than staying on top of the boxes and being smart and using the bow staff. All right, so we killed the first one, right? So then I would start my timer. That way I can keep these two broken. Even though they're green, I still want to pull one at a time. It just worked out perfectly anyway with like 12 or 13 of them with a 22-minute respawn. Just pull one at a time. But here's the second one from the entrance. These are going to be the greenest ones in the whole zone. A Leteth Mall Knoll. How would you say that? Would you just make the L silent or the T silent? Would it be a Leth Mall Knoll or a Teth Mall Knoll? I think it's more likely that's a Teth Mall Knoll than a Leth Mall Knoll, right? So many questions for the comments today. How do you say that? How do you say that made-up word in a video game? Kenos or Kanos? How do you say that made-up backwards word in a video game? Get real defensive about it and tell me exactly how. Tell me, it's Kenos, I'm going to come to your house and kill you, boy. You say Kanos, I'm going to come to your house and knock on the door with a pizza and then pull out a water gun. Shoot it at your crotch and then videotape it and put it on the internet. And everybody will laugh at you. You look like you peed your pants. That's what I'm going to do, because you say Kanos instead of Kenos. I guess it is Sony EQ, so you're kind of like trying to reverse the pronunciation, so it's E, so it's, I get it, Kenos. But, I don't know, I think if you saw the word for the first time and you didn't know it was Sony EQ backwards, you would say Kanos, not Kenos. But who knows? So I guess if you say K, it's more like a QU type of deal. But when do you ever have a QE? You have a QE. It's usually K, right? Knos. When is it key? When is QE ever key? You know? KEY is key. But QE, if it ever even happens anywhere, when is that ever key? You know? But that's probably why, you know, like I didn't know it was Sony EQ backwards when I was first playing the game a million years ago. So you just pronounce a word you see for the first time the best way you can, and then you say it that way for 20 years, and then you're not going to change it just because it's some made-up word in a video game that you have to pronounce backwards. Even though the developers probably say it Kenos, so you're technically right. But it's a video game too, and it's a made-up fantasy world, so I can say words however I want to say them. I could say Kelethan. I could say Calethan. Whatever I want, man. It's a made-up city in a video game. And I'm playing it. I'm the main character. If you want to be the main character in real life, just play this game. And you can, like, change the pronunciation of stuff if you want to. Because who cares? I forget, what are we talking about there? Yeah, I want to do the guards and the Karanas. I keep saying that, and I keep not doing it. I don't know why. I'll probably do that next, though. And I keep talking about the hardcore paladin and the grouping-only cleric. I don't think the grouping-only cleric is going to be, like, a good series. I want to, like, get out of my comfort zone. Maybe you guys will surprise me. I feel like I know what's up, and I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I know what's up. I could make videos the way that the unwashed... I'm just kidding. You guys aren't that, but the other ones that aren't watching, maybe. I could do it. You know, the fart sounds and the words on the screen, like, insulting your intelligence. I don't understand, so put the words on the screen. Make it have some fart noises and stuff. Explosions. I could probably do that. Might take me longer. But, I don't know. I just like to show the game. I like to show me playing the game. I don't want to put in fart noises and words on the screen and stuff. I'm sorry. So it looked like I had the one over there to break up the two right there. You see how I did that? I don't know if I did that on purpose or not. But there's the front two. I broke those. That way I could pull them both solo without bringing both of them. Then there's the next set of two. I killed one of them, and then I went and I killed one by the door. It's just a weird one. The one by the door that I killed fourth, It's like a weird low-level one that's by the door. So I think he does path, actually. I think he does path, like, to those rocks you can see right there. I think he does path. I don't think he comes all the way here like I thought before, but something spawns right here. But he's a weird one. He's like a low level that paths from the door to like right here. And I pulled him fourth. Or maybe not. I think I missed one then. Because now I'm looking at the hallway. Anyway, you guys see it on the screen. I was talking about other stuff, sorry. I meant to like super focus on the rotation here, so if somebody wants to do this, they can watch this video and know exactly what to expect. But then I got off on a tangent talking about other things. That's how it goes. That's why my live streams are fun. My live streams are fun. I had to quit live streaming because I get to, I don't know, some days I'm really grumpy and I'll start talking crap. And people don't like it. Some people do and some people don't. But it like wears on people over the years, I feel. Until I say something. I don't know. You gotta really have thick skin to watch me live stream, like, a lot. So I'm gonna say something one day that just doesn't, yeah, that you don't like. But then there's a million other things I say that are kind of funny, I would say. Tell my little ranty stories. Kind of miss live streaming. I wish I could live stream for this game. It just doesn't do the same that like Gems of War would do. There's a person. Old Sniff come running. It's not his fault. Not his fault we're already in here doing this, you know? But I like to call him Old Sniff coming running. He's a good old he's a good old Sniff coming running because he sees what's up and then he's out of here. You know what I mean? He's a 28 cleric. I just threw something at myself. I was gonna say he could join, but we're almost done. We're almost done, so I didn't want to. Like 30 minutes left. Like I hate inviting someone to a group that I know is going to end in like 30 minutes. I feel like that's bullcrap. Yeah, I really need to do the freaking guards and Karanas. But now that I know I can do the gate guards and at Misty, I kind of want to do Misty longer. But I'm gonna knock out the Karana guards for sure. I don't know how many there are. Do you guys know? There's the bridge guards in Northern Karana. And then there's the tower guards, I think, in Northern Karana. There's at least 2. Is there anything else in, like, Eastern, Western? There's nothing in Southern. I know that. And I haven't seen anything in Eastern, because I go through there quite a bit. I don't go to Western Karana so much, except for the one time I was fighting the barbarians. Which that dude's level 30 right now. Is there guards? I think there is guards in Western Karana. I'm trying to think. There might be. That'd be the next place to check, I think. Northern definitely has them. That's the main place to do guards in the Karanas. Wonder if Western Karana has guards. I'm always worried, like, guards aren't easy, man, because I swear there's super cops sometimes. And I hate not knowing which ones are those and which ones are the ones you're supposed to kill. And that's why I was so hesitant with the Misty guards. Eventually I got it figured out, but... Alright, here's this one solo pop. They're all pretty much solo pops except for by the doors. Let me go over it again one more time. I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure if somebody's watching this for information about the camp that I give it to them. This one's green. There's the first 2 as soon as you come in. They're lower level, but you'll have to break those and split them. You don't have to. If you have a full group, you can just pull both of them probably, but I like to split anytime I can, break anytime I can. So the first 2 at the very front. Right after that, the very next like room, there's 2 more right there that you kind of have to break. The next one that you would come upon would probably be the pather that comes from the door to those rocks right there. But it depends where he's at in his pathing. He spawns by the door and then he walks to the rocks. And he's like lower level too. So I like to kind of get him, you know, I don't know. I like to get him in between the other 2, the second set, if I can. But not possible at first, I guess. Then there's the one that spawns in between the 2 rooms where we're sitting right now. And then there's one that spawns in the other room that we're not sitting in, that we're looking at. And then the one we just killed would be the next one, right? Now I'm waiting on the one after that. So if you're looking for the rotation, there it goes. So there's one sitting right there where we sat the first time we did this camp. About to pull it. Pulled it with snare, which I don't know if that's the best move. I just like to make sure I cast snare. All right, here we go. See how I'm backing up against the wall now? I want him to get like a good... I was thinking of Trey when I was doing that. Like, don't have me even in the view, but have the knoll in view. So it's easier to target for him. Even though he could assist off of me, he's probably smarter than me. I'm always trying to think about other people. When you go to McDonald's, do you already know what you're going to get, or do you stare at the board for 15 minutes with 10 people behind you? Because when I go to McDonald's, I already know what I'm going to get, and I just say it. I just say it at the speaker. And nowadays, you can go online. If you're one of those people that sits at the freaking sign for 15 minutes and decides what you want when all they have is burgers and fries and chicken, it's not that hard. If you're one of those people that sit there for 15 minutes deciding what you're going to get at freaking McDonald's, you know you can go online and do like a mobile... I don't know if it's the same. You can go online and you can do mobile app and you can put in your order before you even go. And then you just go up and say, hey, I'm Jim Bob and I got a mobile. Yeah? So why don't you do that instead? Instead of just I'm going to hold up the line. I'm going to McDonald's, hold up the line. I'm going to drive real slow, let nobody around me try to get around me. I'm going to drive real fast. I'm make sure you can't get around me. Why are people like that? People are like that where I live. I don't know where you live, but where I live, everybody's like a speed bump. They all want you to go slow. So they want to sit in front of you in a McDonald's line and just take 15 freaking minutes to figure out what burger or chicken they want. And then when they're driving to McDonald's, they want to make sure they go 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. And if you try to go around them at all, they're going to block you or race you. But they don't keep going fast after. Like, if they race you, they're not Ricky Bobby. After that, they're not. They go back to going slow. You know? I don't understand. Why do you care? What is wrong with you? Like, act like I don't exist pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference? If you're going 35 and a 45, you can still go 35 and a 45 whether I pass you or not. I have no effect on your life at all if I go around you. There's 2 lanes and I go over in the other lane and I go around you because I need to be in that lane and you're going slow and I don't want to stay behind you because you're going slow. What is the difference if you let me go around you or not? Because I'm going 45, you're going 35. You'll never see me again. It has no effect on your life at all. But they act like it's the worst thing in the world and they want to kill somebody about it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, act like I'm not even there. If I was invisible, it would be the same exact thing. You don't have to deal with me, like, close to your back bumper now. Like, it's even better, actually. You don't even have to worry about me at all. I'm gone. I'm out of your life. Why do they care so much? Like, it's the freaking water fountain line at kindergarten. Like, you cut in front of me. It was my turn first. I was driving slow first. I was out here first. I got up early because I'm going to get there 30 minutes early. Driving 10 miles per hour slow. Why do you care, bro? It's not like I'm going in the opposite lane almost wrecking to go around you. There's 2 lanes, bro. They're just weird. They race you. They flip you off. They beep at you. You know? It's weird. I don't get it. But same thing with the game. Like, think about other people. That's why I'm saying all this. Think about other people, man. Don't be stealing kills. You know. Make sure you're not stealing aggro off a tank on purpose. Don't be stealing loot. Think about the other people, man. Make their job easier if you can. I was asking Trey, like, we haven't died in a long time, I feel. And I feel like good about that. The last time I can remember dying, where we were, like, fighting and was at the Lake Wrath when I died to the wizard, the goblin wizard. And he didn't die that time, so I feel good. Like, every time we duo, he should have no fear of dying. We got a little bit close when we were doing the... Like, I didn't show it, but when we were breaking this camp, I think I had, like, 4 on me. I wish I could have showed y'all, but it was super laggy. I had, like, 4 on me, but, dude, I was eating those hits like pancakes, man. Like breakfast. And as long as they didn't get on him, we were good. I think 1 got on him, I taunted it off. You know, he lost about half his health. He probably crapped his pants a little bit, but we were still good to go. But yeah, I got level 36. As far as like continuity goes, like the last video is after this one. So technically right now I'm level 37, about to be 38. But I didn't want to show Splitpaw back to back. I didn't want to show Misty Guards back to back. And if I had ran them in chronological order, it would have been, I think, Misty, Splitpaw, Splitpaw, Misty. So instead I went Splitpaw. Instead I went Misty, Splitpaw, Misty, Splitpaw. But yeah, next time definitely not. I mean, the only way I would do those wall guards, Misty wall guards again, would be if I figure out how to get Budo and like the other ones in there, like have 7 of them instead of 5. Or if I'm doing River Vale. And then the only way you would see the entrance to Splitpaw again is if I'm doing it solo. Otherwise, it's going to be past those doors at a different camp or on a different character or whatever. So both of those, we're pretty much done with Splitpaw entrance and Misty wall guards. And you won't see any of that again unless there's a new development, unless I solo Splitpaw, or unless I add 7 guards to that Misty rotation or something. I don't know. But my plans are to do Karana guards next on this Shadow Knight before they green out. And then start doing the hardcore paladin grouping only cleric thing. See how that goes. Thinking the grouping only cleric thing is going to be a thing where I do like 5 videos and then I probably stop doing it because you guys don't want to watch it. And then the hardcore paladin, I think, will be a thing where you guys will want to watch it, but maybe I'll die or something and that'll end it. So both things probably aren't going to be like from 0 to 60 or anything like that, but they're going to be challenge runs where I'm attempting to do something cool. And eventually with that body rot challenge, I keep talking about all this stuff and I don't do it. So I'm sorry. But yeah. I think you guys have seen the full rotation there now. We were talking about Gems of War. I have not been playing that game very much lately. I do just enough to stay in my guild pretty much and make videos, and that's it. And those go hand in hand. If I'm not in a guild, it's gonna be hard to make videos. I've actually thought about restarting the entire game and just doing beginner videos because we got a couple people that we got like 3 people doing in-game content on that, and you know, I'm trying to get back into doing pre-records, and every time I try, it takes way longer to get my momentum back than I would hope, and I get frustrated. So I don't know, I might try something completely different, like just do beginner, just restart the whole game and just try to help beginners instead of in-game players or something. I don't know. Just worry there's not enough beginners, but it's kind of how this game is. Like sometimes the people that are watching are level 60 everything's, so they don't really care about me doing some level 20 stuff. Or maybe you're level 20 something and you're not caring about level 60 stuff. Like it could be like that. I'll watch videos of somebody, and I like watching videos in like zones I haven't been in and on classes I haven't been in and stuff like that, but I never know what the overall viewer is thinking. I don't know. I think I'm going to cut it there, y'all. I got my level. I showed the full rotation. We've already seen Splitpaw entrance. Shout out to Trey. Thanks for grouping up with me. 36 now on this one. 37 in IRL. And, yeah. You guys know what's up. Coming soon. Every Saturday and Wednesday now. Wednesday is 100%. Saturday, I'm trying to make a thing. I don't want to say it's 100% until I do it multiple Saturdays in a row for real, for sure. But I'm trying. And we'll go from there. We could end up doing 3 a week. Depends what the reception is. That's how the whole channel is, y'all. Depends how the reception is. I'll keep doing whatever you want, as long as it gets views. I'll do a naked bard. I'll do a naked bard if you guys want, as long as it gets views. Okay? I will jump off of the Kelethan top of the freaking city every video if it gets the views. You guys just tell me what you want to watch. That's all. It's simple. Tell me what you want to watch and I'll do it. As long as it's overall gets the views. I don't care. I love this game. I'll play any class. I'll go anywhere. I'll do anything. But you just got to tell me what you want. That's it. Don't be like a woman that don't tell you what she wants, man. Don't be like that. Tell me what you want. Don't be like a dude that don't tell you what he wants, ladies. Come on. Tell me what you want, and I'll do it. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel. Comment below. I have nothing recorded, so I don't know exactly what's coming next, but Wednesday is when it's going to happen. Whatever me and Trey do tomorrow, I have no idea what we're doing. I got to go look into that for sure, because I'm still over here, and I don't know what we could do. You guys know? What could we do? We're level 30, we're late 30s, and we're around the Karanas. Is there anything cool we could do that you guys haven't seen yet? If you're still watching, put madness in the comments, and then let me know what we could do. Like late 30s around the Karanas. I mean, we could go anywhere because he has a druid, but let me know what we could do around the Karanas that's different, because we've already done Splitpaw, we've already done Runny Eye, we've already done Aviax, we've already done outside of Splitpaw. The only thing I could think of is Sense maybe, but they're probably getting green. But I'm gonna have to look it up. And he's a goody good and I'm evil, so we can't kill Karana guards together or anything like that. So I don't know, y'all. Let me know what we could do as a ogre and a erudite. Or a ogre and his paladin. Like around the Karana's late 30s that you want to see. Maybe giant, maybe hill giants, maybe something like that in Wrath. I don't know. Let me know. But thanks for watching, you guys. Are the best. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you Wednesday. Peace out.